All right. Well, I am here today with Crystal Price. She is a GMAU student, and we're going to learn a little bit about Crystal and her experience with GMAU. Crystal, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
So, Crystal, tell us a little bit about your martial arts background. So, what have you done before?
I really don't have much of a background. Back when I was probably in middle school, there was a community center that offered, it's like a week-long class of karate. And of course, it was the very minimal basic stuff. And that's really the only time I've got into karate much, but I really enjoyed it. But there was just nothing else in my community at that time as far as to continue on with that. And, of course, life happens and got busy with other stuff. And then I found GMAU, and so I've started back into it.
So tell us how you found GMAU.
GMAU I found basically with a Google search. I was looking for any kind of karate, taekwondo, anything like that, that I could do online more or less, because my time restrictions as far as what I could get out and do, and like everybody else, life gets in the way of sometimes of doing the things you want to do. So when I found that I could do karate online, it was perfect.
Yeah. So that tells us then that you're in the Shotokan Karate program, correct?
Yes, in the Shotokan Karate. I've got the white belt, got a stripe. I'm about ready to do the midterm on that. So it's progressing very well.
So tell us about your experience with GMAU so far. What would you say about it?
I really enjoy it. Like I said, mainly because I can do it on my own time. My workout time is very early in the morning. Most people wouldn't get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to do a workout, but that's the only time that I really have that I can be by myself, really get into watching and seeing what all they're doing so as I can pick up on it. That's just my time. First thing in the morning is my time. I used to not be a morning person at all, but I have grown into being a morning person now.
So it sounds like one of your strategies for training is to have that dedicated time set aside to train.
Yes, most definitely. It's with a zoo of a house that I have to set aside a dedicated time that I can just be to myself.
Yeah.
Which I still have to train around the dogs and everything else. So it's not like I'm completely by myself, but it's to a minimum, should we say. It's where I can work around, I can tell the dog, get out of the way.
Yeah. Are there any other things that you have found that have been helpful to keep you on track with your practice and on schedule with trying to advance?
Well, I'm very much a scheduling and structure type person.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason when I started the fire department, I like the structure of it. You got to do things certain time, certain way. That's kind of the way I'm built. So I actually have it on my calendar, which lessons I'm going to do each day. And, if I kind of change it up so I don't get bored with doing the same things. So I'll kind of do other different things in between there. But I have a schedule, which I usually make out month to month of exactly what I plan on doing each day.
Yeah. So the kinds of things that I'm asking in these interviews and, interviews like this, these are fairly standard questions, but, the really cool part about these interviews is that each one is so different. I mean, you've got different individuals that you're talking to, or different individuals that are in videos that you might be seeing where they're talking about their experience and their martial journey and that sort of thing. But one of the things that I have noticed that not a lot of people spend a lot of time talking about, and that I think is very important, and I'm trying to do a better job of getting at this myself when I talk to other people, is the why question. So why are you doing martial arts? What is your primary motivation? What do you want to accomplish through martial arts?
Well, I have a couple of different things. Like I said, when I mentioned the structure part,
Mm-hmm.
It gives me that. I'm very much into health and fitness. So it incorporates that, and it's not doing the same thing over and over every day, like say with barbells and dumbbells and stuff like that. I'm actually doing something different each day. So it kind of keeps a new, fresh feeling. And then the simple part of self-defense part of it. I mean, it's kind of sad to say, it's kind of the world we're coming into, that you need to be able to defend yourself.
Yeah. Well, as we wrap up here, is there any other thing that you can think of that you would want to share?
I think the main thing that I find about the GMAU classes is that, unlike being in a real life situation, the videos that they do are great. They're very detailed, so you can see the footwork and everything that's going on. But then you have that ability that if you don't get it the first time, you can just watch the video over and over until you get it. So that is the big thing that I really like about the online stuff.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. I know that you worked me into your schedule, and I know you're busy today, but I really appreciate your time and your willingness to share your journey with us. And I wish you all the best in the GMAU Shotokan program. And hopefully I'll have a chance to meet you in person one day.
I hope so. It would be great. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Crystal.
Thank you.